A Court of Frost and Starlight. I have been so excited to film this video. I was reading up at the rooftop bar for a bit, grabbing some dinner here at this hotel, and I got about 30 pages in. I already have so many thoughts, so I figured I would just begin. This book is like 230 pages, so it's definitely going to be on the shorter side. All the points of view threw me for a loop. When I was just reading Feyre, I was like, yep, back to the norm, like getting comfy, watching my favorite TV show, all cozy. Flip to chapter 2 and it's like, here's Rhys telling you everything about his life. And then all of a sudden it's, here's Cassian telling you everything about his perspective. What in the world? I was so confused but so excited because it just made this book like 10 times better. This whole book is around the winter solstice. She doesn't know much about it, so to get the perspective of people who have done this for hundreds of years is so cool and just makes it so much more interesting. Like, that's genius, Sarah J. Maas. I can't believe that. I am just so excited. I did read somewhere something saying that this is kind of like a Christmas novella, so I'm excited, even though it's literally peak summer. Like, summer is approaching and I'm reading about winter and snow, and it's fine. I'm excited to like just get cozy and read. I was sitting at a very crowded restaurant, people all around. There was live music playing, so many people talking, laughing, speaking loudly. This was me. Not a care in the world. Like, everything was drowned out and I was invested, which is crazy with my short attention span nowadays. I looked up from the book when my food was getting placed in front of me and I was at like 20 pages. I have a feeling I'm going to finish this pretty quickly. I'm 20 pages in and it looks like I'm a lot. So, but yeah, that is the update. Chickpea salad slash bowl. First, the recipe calls for some quinoa, and I'm not gonna lie, I've never made quinoa before, so I'm a little nervous. And I just perfected making rice, so I feel like it's the same dealio. I feel like this is such a random quote to note, but something I really loved was offering me that companionship that demanded nothing, asked nothing. I don't know why I love that. That's not even the full sentence, but just something about how beautiful it is when you find someone and you can be sitting in silence and it's so peaceful. It's not a competition and it's just love. Them being who they are is enough. I think is so cute and like what so many people strive for. I don't know. I might get like too deep here, so I think I'm gonna end it short, but I thought that was really cute. I'm on page 159 and I have about that much left and I'm debating. It's already 10 and I kind of want to go to bed, but I'm debating if I should just stay up and finish it. So short anyways. I feel like I've just been immersed in it. I read this book so fast. But at the same time, I didn't really read it that fast. Let me explain to you. It took me about 3 days to read this book, which for a book this small, I definitely could have read it in one day. But I also was unconsciously prolonging my book because I would just be like, hey, like, let me go read another one or watch something else. Like, I didn't want this book to end and I was deliberately trying to make it go longer, but also was just so invested. And at the same time, I was sitting down and reading it in chunks. Like, I would be locked in for 50 to 80 pages to 100. Like, I was sitting there just reading and then time would go by and I'd be like, wow, what just happened? And kind of like I said in the beginning, I was just reading and everything around me was unimportant. Like, I was locked in. I feel like thinking about this book and kind of reflecting on it, the perfect way to describe it is it feels like a Disney Christmas movie where they would just branch off from the storyline and make this little cozy movie and then come back. I feel like the perfect example of that is Good Luck Charlie, when they made that whole Christmas movie and it was just kind of like so random. It didn't really pertain to the storyline, but we had our beloved characters and obviously they were the same people and had the same emotions and feelings and stuff, but it was just kind of like a branch off of what was really going on. I feel like this book is exactly that. Wish I would have read these books during Christmas time because it was Christmas in a book and I love that so much. I think that was genius and I loved how just it really was just like a little perfect novella to go into what's going on next, because I feel like after Court of Wings and Ruin, there's war. It was really intense at the end. Like, there were a lot of high stakes at the very end. And this book, you're still seeing the same characters and obviously they're still reliving the same things. They have a lot of trauma. They're still healing from a lot of stuff. It's noted in the book that those things are still going on, but they took this time to just celebrate this little winter solstice all together as a family with gifts, and it was perfect. I loved, again, being able to see all perspectives of the characters. I feel like that's why I also read it so fast, just because I've never been able to see life from their perspective, and it was so entertaining. And I really hope that we get that in the next book because I thoroughly enjoy that. Now being able to know them and then getting into their heads was so perfect. As well, I also really loved that art was brought back into this book and how Feyre was able to reconnect with art, and that whole little storyline was really, really cool. And just, I don't know, it was just so cozy. That's like the perfect word to explain it. It was a cozy little novella and I loved it so much, and it was just perfect to leeway into probably a very intense book is what I'm assuming. That is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I love you guys. I will see you guys next week and we're about to get into the last book together. I'm so nervous. I'm so excited though. Okay. Have a great day. Bye. As for the spoiler section, I feel like I don't have that much. One, Cassian and Nesta. I'm like still kind of confused like why she's being this way, but I just know that this is gonna be a bigger deal in the next book. But him running after her at like their little party with the gifts and stuff, like I think the night of winter solstice, and she's like he's running after her. Oh my gosh, I was begging. I was like, please, please turn around, Nesta. Like, give in, girl. I feel like the second biggest one was the ending with Mor. I feel like we're gonna get more development of Mor, where she tells everyone she's gonna go see her friend, and she ends up going to this like place she's kept secret with riding her horse. Something about that, I could easily picture it, and I kind of don't really know what that means, but I'm excited to see where it goes. And another thing I wanted to talk about was the whole Rhys and Tamlin debacle. I feel bad for Tamlin because he literally has no one left, but I also see the other side of it, so I don't know. I just hope that he finds happiness and something happens that will like be good for him. Like, I just hate having to read about someone in that position, even if they deserved it or not. I don't know, it's just really sad. But I'm excited to see where this picks up. I really don't have many predictions. I feel like for the last book, I just want to enjoy it, so I don't want to try to be solving anything. I just am excited to see like where we lead off, because it was kind of hinting about all the lands need to talk and discuss and have some sort of, now the barriers down, and all of the queens from the actual human land, like where are they, what's going on with them. There's just so many things that were mentioned that I'm like, OMG, like we haven't resolved these, like what is gonna happen. So I'm excited to see like where that goes, how it's all gonna kind of come together, because I feel like there are so many little moving parts that this book could really go in any direction. I feel like that's pretty much it. I'm just ready to get into the next one, really. But this was such a good book. I love this book so much. This book, it was like the perfect little Christmas novella all packed in one.